Hey, what's up? John Sonmez from simpleprogrammer.com, and today I got a question that I can't answer because I don't know anything about it, but I'm going to answer it anyway, and you'll see in a second. So, before we get into that though, I do want to take a moment to thank one of the sponsors that we have, our lovely sponsor at simpleprogrammer.com, which is hire.com. If you go to hire.com/simpleprogrammer and you fill out a simple application, I guess it's not so simple. It's a pretty exhaustive application because they want to match people up right. But if you fill out the application there, what will happen is that if you meet the criteria, whether it be geographically and some of the kind of filtering process that they have in place, you'll be put in front of a bunch of really good companies to work for, a lot of employers that pay to get access to the best candidates, and they will contact you and schedule interviews for you. How awesome is that? That's why I like hire.com. They cut through all the bullshit of filling out applications on all these different sites and sending out resumes and cover letters and all that stuff. Instead, just one place, and then the employers ask to interview you directly. You don't have to go through all this back and forth. Anyway, check it out. Go to hire.com/simpleprogrammer. If you use that link, you'll get $2,000 instead of the $1,000 bonus that they give you when you get a job through hire.com. I like them. I think they're awesome. Thanks for sponsoring this channel, and go check them out. All right, so let's talk about what are the software languages a person should know to become a developer for the HMI domain. So I'll have to admit, okay, I didn't know what HMI was, so I had to go on Google here and look it up. And when I typed in HMI, I got human machine interface. Not something I wasn't familiar with the vocabulary of it. I don't know everything that there is to know in the software development field. But now I know about HMI. So he says here, question, hi John, I have a question regarding HMI software. I'm very interested in this technology and I want to know how should someone get started to learn the concept and make projects and eventually get a job in this domain. So, let me see, I'll add some additional info here. He says, hi John, I regularly follow your channel and I'm trying to apply many of the tips that you have mentioned. I also read your blog posts and articles which provide a lot of insight into the programming world. Thank you so much for the information that you have provided. I have a bachelor's degree in electrical and electronics engineering, and I'm currently pursuing my master's in information and communication systems in Germany. Also, I've been coding a little over 10 months. Java, Android, and PHP are domains in which I code. I'm also learning C# for the past 2 months. Wow, that's a lot of stuff. I can give you some insight into the HMI world. I'll truly appreciate it. Oh, if you can give me some insight in the HMI world, I'll truly appreciate it. Thank you for your time and have a good day. So I can't give you any insight in the HMI world. What the heck is going on? I live in San Diego. It's not supposed to rain hard. It's not supposed to rain at all. It's like I was just making sure there was no hail coming down. It almost sounds like there's hail coming down. All right, let's get to the question. Let's not lose focus just because something is going to fall through my roof and crush me. So, HMI. I don't know anything about HMI, but here's the thing. I went and I searched, like I said, I looked for HMI stuff. Okay, so here's what I did. I said HMI blog. What do you think comes up when I say HMI blog? Nothing. Basically nothing. No blog. What? I had to search pretty hard to find information about HMI stuff, right? It wasn't very apparent to me. A lot of people don't know what it is. There's not a lot of good information on HMI. That is really alarming. I should probably check to see if there's like an emergency weather report or something. Okay. Anyway, so distracting. Anyway, here's what I gotta say about that. I didn't find anything. There's a huge opportunity here for you to create a blog and to create some YouTube tutorials as you're learning about HMI, right? So this is what I would recommend that you do. If you want to become a developer for the HMI domain, you learn about HMI stuff, right? As much stuff as you can get your hands on that's out there. Get whatever books you can find, whatever you know about it, talk to people who are doing HMI stuff and record this stuff, write it down, write blog posts, make YouTube videos. because there's nothing out there, nothing good. I don't see any blogs dedicated to this, okay? If you do this, if you put this material together, because I searched on YouTube too, I found like one crappy video on HMI stuff, to be honest with you. If you put this stuff together, you are going to be able to get a job in the HMI domain. I guarantee you, because people are going to find you because you're the only one. Like, this is such an easy game for you to master. And so the reason why I'm making this video, the reason why, it's not just about HMI. Anytime you're in this situation, I mean, this is great for HMI, but think about this, right? If you're in a situation where you're like, I can't find resources on this thing, I can't figure out, I need to reach out to someone to try to get information about this, in this example, HMI, it means that there's a huge opportunity for you to put information out there, for you to gather information and put it out there. So you need to do that, right? So this is actually really easy to crack into. It might be much more difficult to get a job in a domain that there's a lot of blogs about, right? If you wanted to get a blog or get a job doing Azure stuff, there's a ton of Azure blogs and podcasts and stuff like that. But for HMI, there's not. There's not a lot of information. There's not a lot of stuff out there. So you can become the resource. And so that's the thing, is like, think about how you can find these kind of things. This is like a gold mine. This is a really good potential opportunity, but think about how you can find things like this where you can basically like have no competition, where you can just create a blog and it will be the best blog because there's no one else doing it, or the best YouTube channel, and that's a really good niche. So I wanted to answer this question because I think it shows a really good example of this here. And anytime that you're finding it hard to find information about something, it means that other people are as well. And if you can figure out how to get the information, right, and there's always a way, then you're going to have a huge opportunity. So it might look like it's really hard to break into something where you can't find a lot of information about, but it's actually easier, because I guarantee you that if you start putting that information out there, people are going to find it, and then they're going to contact you, and you're going to be the only game in town, and so you'll get a job like this. It'll be very quick. So this is my advice to you. Go and research. Go and talk to people that are doing HMI stuff. Find all the books, all the information that is out there. Compile it together. Make blog posts, make YouTube videos. I don't know about if you can do a podcast, if there's enough, but you could do a podcast, right? But keep doing this. Do this for about 6 months. I guarantee you, in that time frame, I can almost guarantee you that you're going to get contacted, and you'll probably get multiple job offers. Or if you apply for HMI jobs and they search for your name and they find your blog, you're going to be a shoo-in, because there's no competition. This is a great place to be. All right. Hopefully that answers your question and gives you some hope for the future. Like I said, I don't know much about HMI, but that's the whole point, is like, if someone wants to get educated on this, where do they go? Hopefully they're going to go to your blog now. If you like this video, go ahead and click that subscribe button below. It's right there. If you want to get videos whenever I do them, which is like 2 to 3 times a day, click the bell and you'll get updated right away. I'll talk to you next time. Take care.